my recommendation will be getting either the subscription, or the reason why I use Filmora is because it has an option that is the perpetual license. Then you get the perpetual license is a bit more than what you paid for 1 year subscription, but then you don't need to pay the next year. So it's I don't know, it's like $80 for the perpetual license. Subscription will be like $60 per year. But then I can keep it. I haven't upgraded. You can see, so this is the version, the last year version, but I'm still using it. So yes, let's start with this. We have seen before, and I'm gonna use this video as for the example. An easy way to work with layers is, for example, when we're adding titles to the video, and that's like the most simple second layer that we can add.
Abre los pies para que te dé estabilidad. Epa.
That's okay. Then when I add the video, I add the title, I can simply move. I can decide here how long, when the title is going to appear and how long is going to be there. I can just simply extend or reduce the time, and then the title will appear and will be there. I can move it, I can rotate, I can do whatever I need. It's simply a second layer on my video. And there are some effects that I can use. So how I want my title to appear is going to be a fade in, or is going to slide into the video, something like this. That's not clear because it's a very short title. Let's use just the fade. Let's extend so you can appreciate what is happening. No, it doesn't appreciate at all. Well, had to add it. It's there now. Let's see. And then it stays for as long as I need. Why is this cool? What can I do with the titles? Well, some of them will bring their own effects, like this one here. Then I don't need to work too much on that. It just brings the effect. I can change what I'm gonna say. For example, just right here. Oh, well, in this case, that title has its own components. It's not just the name. It has the effect, and then I'm adding a lot of things in my video with just the title. So it's very convenient. Helps a lot. Takes a lot of effort from what I'm doing, and now I'm trying to group it. Let's start over. I want to take the whole video with the whole title with these are the two layers that I'm adding, the video, which is all the sparkles that are with the title, and then the title itself, like working on handstands. This was my attempt for the handstand. Did you guys participate in the handstand challenge, the frog handstand? I was trying to participate. Didn't go very well. How do I get that group? Now I get it. I can rotate. I can increase. And then at this moment, I have 2 layers on my video. It has the animation, it has the sparkle, so looks nice and is easy to add. So yeah, it helps with taking a lot of effort from my side. There are many options. This one is, for example, this diamond there means that besides my subscription, I will need to pay for some of them. Some special effects are also paid, but some of them, like this, are in the subscription. Well, it's not the subscription, the license that I have. So yeah, you just need to pick the one you want to use. You can decide if you're gonna pay for them or not. And yeah, they look very well, very professional. This is for titles. Let's try with another one that is free. So yes, this is simply to say something on your video. You can decide if you have some control over the layers on the title. So yeah, not just design what you're going to say, but also some control on the video. You can decide that you don't want it, or there are some titles that are going to have more layers, not just that animation, but they might have something else. So you will see it here, and then you can decide what you want to have. Let's see now the stickers. And we tried this in a previous session, trying to do the motion tracking. We're gonna do it here with stickers. So what are the stickers? Stickers are also animations. Some of them titles like this, but then they have more image. So it's not just the text, but they have some image. So yeah, they look cool. As we see previously, as we saw previously, you can add something like this and then add, I don't know, the ring, some effect, some sound effect, and it will look good. It will look some, for example, a bell or something, and this would encourage people to to go for the like. Indeed, let's try that. Let's add the sound effect here. We're going to add the bell or the ring. Of course, you remember this part from sound effects. If you don't remember, or you haven't seen it, Makina is always helping me with the recording of this session. So you can see those recordings in the previous session. We had 2 sessions in managing sound. So yeah, if you don't remember, you didn't see it, you can go see them. They will help a lot. So it's not just getting a nice video, a cool video. It's not just having the video. The idea for that, you need, and we mentioned that before. Um, it needs some storytelling. So it's having the idea, having like a script, what you want to show, what you want to talk about, and then what you want to add, and what's the moment. And all of that helps to get a good video built with some concept and trying to express something. So here, let's use bell. Let's try this. This is a nice bell. And I am going to remove the sound from my video because I remember it was very loud. But let's see how it's going.
Abre los pies para que te dé estabilidad. Epa.
Oh, well, I maybe don't need to reduce that. Just let's going to decrease the volume, and again you can see in the previous sessions how to use the sound tools, and let's see how that
Pare
goes.
los pies para que te dé estabilidad. Epa.
And there's the like,
Ajá,
and
ajá.
I'm sure all people will see that and go for the like in that video. Let me dream. Okay. So yes, what I'm doing here is I'm creating one more layer. And they're all stacking here. Now, I could go for one more.
Y atrás los brazos. Los brazos caminan en posición diferente a...
I'm going to add this sticker here. And as you can see, I can do it on this at the same time that I'm doing the previous sticker, or I can do it at a different one time. So let's check how it looks. Now, besides adding things, I have the stickers. I could also, for example, add a second video. I have a video inside the video. I could have images, well, many different things, and I can just keep adding here, adding elements to the same track, or well, different tracks to the same part of the video. They don't need to stay on the same place. I can move them from one side to the other, or like this animation, well, it has its own movement. But I can also, for example, if I'm shy or I don't want to show my face in this, and of course this helps if anyone wants to participate in the crusades, but don't want to show the video, don't want to show the face in the video. Well, yes, we have said before, you can use a hoodie, for example. You can cover your face, but you can also edit the video and cover your face on the video. How can you do that? Let's do that with this sticker. What I'm going to do, and in this part, we're starting to use the artificial intelligence, the AI tools. We're using Filmora. Oh yeah, thank you, Brendan, for mentioning. Yeah, they were asking what are we using here. We're with Filmora. It has the option, the tracking for video, the motion tracking the video works very well. It's limited to only one set or one motion tracking per video. So only can track one element. But there are tricks. Maybe we're not going to have time today to see them, but could be in the next one, because there are tricks to track different subjects on the same video. Okay, for the moment we're going to do it with one. Then I'm going to cover my face. I'm shy. I don't want to appear here. Then you select the video you're going to work on, and here on the panel on the right, there's an option that says AI tools. The one we're going to use here is called motion tracking. And then now I have this square here is the one that's going to tell me what I'm going to track. Then I'm going to track the motion of my head on this video. Something like this. Oh, click here to start, and here we do it automatically. Okay, I did it for the whole video, but as you saw, there's a jump here. Then it won't go to the end. But let's see, just for the example. Did it work? No, this. Okay, I didn't do it complete. As you can see, the green part, so the tracking started only here. So I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start again. I'll let's move. Yeah, let's just remove that initial part and stay only with the tracking part. As you can see, it's following my head doing well. Well, my head disappears. So yeah, there are parts where maybe you need to adjust something. But let's see how it goes in the part that it works. Then I want to use this sticker to cover me. Then I'm going to increase. Oh, this sticker has an animation. So, yeah, it works. And let's do it until it loses sight of my head. So do it until here. And I will go back to the video and motion tracking, and I'm going to link the element that I'm going to add. So this one is the emoji pack. It's covering, and let's see how that looks. Yes, it lost me, but that's the idea. That's how it works. I could start again, and yes, it moved to my shoulder. We can change, or for example, I could cut this video in this part and then start over with a new tracking for the second part. That's one solution. So yeah, there are solutions for that. You will need more editing, will need some cut, but that's the plan. With a video that it's and we also mentioned that in a previous session. If you have the idea of what you want to do in the video, then you have like the script in your head, then makes easier because then when you're shooting the video, you know exactly how to do it. So in this case, if I wanted to do this, I should have a video that is more focused on my head, or that is focusing that is showing the head all the time. Have a good example for this. Let me see how we go. Yeah, we're gonna do now the chroma key. Oh well, hope that's clear how to use the stickers and how to use motion tracking. There are like many applications of this, and yes, for a next session we can do it with several objects because, as I mentioned, Filmora has only one element, or can add only one element. That's an advantage with CapCut. In CapCut, you can track several subjects at the same time. So I like that. But then also, it's only the paid version. It's not the free version. Okay. Let's go to a second effect, and this is a very cool one. Is the chroma key. Chroma key is the one to remove the green screen. Let me Did you guys participate in the wall plank? That was a good challenge that we had a month ago. So I was doing this. I wanted to participate, but it was too hard. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna need some help. I even had the script and that. So the idea was I was going to be like on the plank, and at some moment I was going to do it only one hand, and then I will remove both hands, so I will be on the wall plank without hands. It was going to be very good. But yes, here I'm sharing the mistake, the error that I had. But yeah, it was a good idea, even if I say so myself. So this is my plank, wall plank. I could stay there forever. I mean, I don't remember the record. It was like 2 minutes. I hope Mike don't see me. Like 2 minutes, then I was saying, oh yes, I can break that record. This was the attempt. Of course, you already know what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna try to remove that. I'm gonna try to remove the block that I'm using. Then how do I do that? That's the chroma key. Then remember, you need to check the video. You go for the chroma key, and then you select the color that you want to remove. That's the reason why I'm using this blue thing here. This is my towel. It's much easier if you have a color that is different from anything else around, and that's what in the movies they use the green screen, and it's a green like this green.
So are you saying no more chips for Nelson and any of the community fitness challenges?
Another challenges. At some moment when I'm really good at this, you won't notice the difference.
Suddenly developed superpowers.
Not suddenly, gradually. like this one here. Yes, I had even the green towel. So I must say there were several attempts to do this. Yes, I was really trying. I was really trying, but then what happened? So yes, I even had the green one. Maybe this is the one that I went farther, but then the problem was my position was very bad. It's like it's impossible to have a plank like this. Um, let's remove this one. Yeah, at the end, I had this part. Let's remove the blue. Yeah, looks good. And I like that. Now all that I need is another shot with the same image. Then I have this shot, same image taken from the same place. So yeah, it was creating, as I told you, the script. And I will put it here. I need to move this video to another track, so I can have this one underneath. And now the blue thing is not there anymore. As this video is shorter, then I can, and this is also from a previous session. You remember we can come here and just add a frame, and we're just gonna keep that frame, the freeze frame, and can we extend from here? No, can extend, but we have the option for the duration. We're gonna go. This is 35 seconds. How does it look? Yeah, very good. So it was almost good. Let's see the result. Okay, there are the superpowers. Um, yes, it didn't work. It was cutting myself here. I even tried being a bit over, but then having just half of my body on that block, and then my t-shirt will fall on the side, so will look more natural. Well, many things. Even the shadow here didn't help. Um, so yes, I know I'm not a professional, but still I wanted to make it look like professional, like very good, because as I said, the idea was I was going to be using only one hand for this. So no, didn't work, but I'm sharing the idea. Sharing the idea. So if anyone else want to do it like that, and now Brendan is going to be much more vigilant and more watchful in case someone is developing superpowers.
In case they suddenly get stronger and lose weight in 1 week.
Just 1 week, and then recover in the next one. Okay. Yeah, this was the idea. That's cool. This is how you use the chroma key.
Yep. I mean, you could if you set it up carefully and so now you have a trial run, you can see the shadows, the problem, you can see the body shape is the problem, then you could make adjustments so that you could make a better edit, both in staging the scene and also, um, filming other parts of the scene that you can then edit into the final scene.
Yes, correct. Is for something like this, and yeah, it was cool. I know it was going to be very interesting. Yeah, you need to have good control. Yes, and then say yeah, the shadow you need a different shot without the shadow, or with the shadow, but to make it look like more natural. But then also, if there are people uh, on the background, then that won't help. In this case, I went there. It was like Sunday afternoon. Then the only thing that was like giving me away was this screen that it was changing. But other than that, so yes, you need to, for something like this, you need to have some control of what you're doing. So the lights, everything will have some effect in that. But yeah, with some planning and just some attention to detail, you can get to a very cool edit, very good edit, and yeah, it will look great. So yeah, this is the chroma key. So things to keep in mind: the color. So you need to have something that stands out, and it's a color completely different from anything else. So it's going to be easy to remove. And yes, how this object is going to interact with the other objects in the scene. Then just keep that in mind, and yes, that will work. That will work. I'm sure you guys are going to come up with some good idea and going to use the chroma key in a very clever way, as I was trying to do. Now let's wait for the next challenge when Mike comes up with a new challenge. I'm sure I can get something like this done. Okay, there's another one, another cool. Uh, this happens. We use the chroma key when we want to remove an object from the video. But then, if what I want to remove is the background, for example, then, well, of course, if I have the chroma key, if I have the green screen, then I just put it in the background and it's an easy way to remove the background. But if I don't have that, how can I do it? Let's go to a different one. And this is for a video. I just got this a short one, and here I'm going to remove the background. Then again, it's much easier if I already decided that I wanted to remove the background. Then, because that way I'm going to have a very neutral background, something that is easy to pick up and remove. Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. Okay, cool. That's great. I'm going to remove this background. Then if I go with the chroma key, yeah, that might work if I pick up the wall. But then there are many shades of that color, and then that's why it doesn't work. Well, that's why I need that very bright green or bright blue, very different color. Then how do I do it? There's one more tool here that say the is smart cutout. What I'm going to do here, and then as I mentioned, this is the opposite. So the opposite of what we did before. So instead of removing an object, we're going to keep an object or a subject in this case. Now I'm going to select the subject that I want to keep. Is also AI, but this one's going to need a bit of help. Then I'm going to go. I don't need to be perfect, just trying to say what I want to keep, and it will read. It will identify the part. Okay. So, if didn't pick something, I can just add. If I did something that I didn't want, didn't intend it, I can erase some part of the mask. Let's see if I can erase the whole thing. No, it doesn't. Okay, erase. So this is the part, the purple part, the blue part, is the part that I'm going to keep. So when I'm happy with the selection, I will just go click to start, cut out. It will do it automatically. If I move, as you see, it will follow the subject. And I get it. And you can say, yeah, this is more or less the same thing that you will get when you're doing Zoom or Teams meetings and you're cutting the background. Yeah, it's similar. So now what I have here is my video without background. I can add something in the back. Let's go with a sticker for the moment.
I was able to stick to.
Let's remove it. I'm going to add this sticker. Oh, again, let's move the video to the second track so I can have something in the background. If I put this in the background, then it's harder to pick. Okay, I'm going to have this explosion. So did it work? Do I have explosion?
Looks fine.
Yes, I have explosion.
I was able to stick to the routine for 6 days. There's only one day that I.
Okay, so good. That works. I have the explosion on the back. I can have any effects that I want. But then it's not. I can have an image, so it's similar to what, as I mentioned, what they do in Zoom. Nathan is asking if no, he's not asking. He's saying, yeah, we can do that with AI. Yes, that's true, and we're going to have that video with AI in the future. I think it's going to be the next session where we're going to be using the AI tools to edit the video. So yeah, that's going to be also a cool one. Now, I can have an image as they do in Zoom, but what I can do is also have a video. And I think this is like the more useful part. I can have the video on top of a video. Then I can be talking here. And of course, here I'm not talking about this video, but this is also the way I will do it, the way it could work. Let's see how it goes. And sorry, everything is so loud. My videos are so loud. Then again, if you have the idea, if you're talking about you have the first video and you're talking about the second video, yeah, this will be a good way to express it. So you can have the combination. So in one video, you're talking about what you're doing in the second video, and you can also add titles here. So it's like you can add several layers, one on top of the other, and all of them are adding a bit. And when you're doing this, you can also, and that's a good thing with the cutout, you can have your video on top of the text. So it's why would you want to have your video on top of the text? And that's also an interesting way to use this tool. And I'm going to start removing. So remove the rotation, remove the resize. Okay. In this case, I'm going to use the same video. I need to duplicate. Okay, duplicate is the same video, and I remove the background in one of them. Why is this useful? Because now I can put anything between the two. For example, let's put a title. That's this ink
I
title.
was able to stick to the routine for 6 days.
Let's remove, and let's put this title. Yeah. And again, I need to remove. Let's. Well, what I'm doing is just, hiding one of the videos, the video that is on top, so it lets me work with my title. Need to move both of them at the same time. So I'm saying that I'm sticking with the routine. So yeah, let's keep that. That sounds cool. I said that's 6 days with the routine. Exclamation mark. Okay, let's see if it worked. Almost worked. I'm covering.
Everything looks fine. I was able to stick.
And we have mentioned this before as well. Just make sure that you are adding the effect at the moment that you need it. So just check the timeline. You can zoom in or zoom out. Just make sure that you have the effect at the desired moment. Let's see if it works now.
I was able to stick to the routine for 6 days. There's only one day that
6
I
days.
don't implement this
Cool.
routine.
So yes, this is the way to add some elements in your video, and some elements that are like interacting with the other subjects or the other parts of the scene, and but they're in the background. So yes, this is the part of removing the background. So you can remove objects, remove the background, and add different layers to your video. This gives more information, gives a bit more of things to see, makes the video like more visually more attractive for the people. So yeah, all of this will go adding uh, bit by bit to your videos and make them more attractive, more colorful. Then people will get engaged more easily. Mm, okay, these are the tools that I wanted to share with you today. I don't know if there are any questions about what we have seen. As I mentioned, we're going to do a second video on this to see the motion tracking. I think the motion tracking and adding the emojis and that covering faces, that's very useful, and I would like to have the full session on that one because yeah, as this one is a lot of utility to that option. tool. Then if there are questions on this or ideas, or anyone has an idea of something, of ways that we could use this, yeah, just go ahead, just mention. Oh, well, also, yeah, these are the 6 days. As I did this, of course, I could have the stickers, or I could have a photo where I can be between the two videos. So I could have, for example, let me see if I can find a sticker with this idea. Just an idea that came to my mind at this moment. I'm gonna want a fish. Do I have a sticker with fish? Yeah, there are fish. Okay, Nathan is asking that, aside from my sessions, see if I have preference between CapCut or Filmora, or bouncing between different tools. The main reason why I use Filmora is just that I have the license. So it's just about that. It's just about cost. Of course, the more you use a tool, the better you become on that tool. There are similar tools in Filmora and CapCut. So CapCut also have, for example, the cutout or the mask with chroma key. But I know how to use it here. So maybe the menus are different. Maybe yeah, some parts that are on different places. So if I'm always using the same tool, it's much easier for me. So yeah, that's the main reason why I
To the
use Filmora.
routine for 6 days, there's only one day that I
Uh, Don't interrupt me. So yeah, that's the main reason why I use Filmora. Yes, I can have this fish, and then now I can make this fish swim behind my head during the video. Now, how I'm going to animate this video? Okay, I know it's possible. I don't know how to do it, but I will do it for the next session. I will animate this fish so it will go swimming behind my head. So yes, this is just simply ideas, things that you can do with things that you can do with stickers and removing the background and just having some fun with the different layers. So yes, don't know how to make it swim, but I'm gonna make it swim, and we're gonna see that video here with that fish swimming the background. So yes, those are ideas, just sharing with you the things that you can do, and yeah, please go ahead, create your videos and tag me. Don't forget to tag me. I would like to see what you guys are doing. We have a question for Rosie. From Rosie, it says, for those of us who are not experienced with video editing or lack of creative ideas. No, there's no one with lack of creative ideas. Believe me, you have many ideas that you can bring to life. This is as if we just watch lots of TikTok videos. Yes, watching videos help. What can I say? Not exactly like watching videos like tutorial. So yes, tutorials will teach you how to do things. But more than that, when you're watching videos, sometimes you just find something that catch your attention. That's something that you say, "Hey, this is cool. I think I can do something like this." And then that's when you get the idea. I mean, if you go watch the video, the tutorial how to do it, maybe that's going to close your mind just to focus on that specific part. And so yes, it's good idea watching videos, but it's more about having your idea, like seeing the video that with something that you want to do, and then you decide, yes, I think I can do something like this. And then that's the moment when, or at that moment, you can start checking videos, checking tutorials, and see how to do it. But yes, I think it's not exactly looking for the information, because maybe at the moment, at the beginning, you don't have exactly the information, you don't know exactly the information you're looking for. So yes, initially is more about getting the idea. Thinking, okay, I'm going to, and sorry for using my own example, but I said, yes, the wall plank, I want to, I didn't even participate in the challenge because, yes, I wanted to participate, but I wanted to have that video. I said, I know I can do this, and then couldn't complete. But yeah, it was more about having the idea. So I really think that's the first part, having the idea, and then you look for the way to do it, and then you start looking for tutorials. But then to have the idea, to get some inspiration, yes, of course, videos, reels on Instagram or TikToks, they give you the ideas. They give you, they sometimes they have challenges, or they put ideas that you say you can adapt and create. And what I say always, the Active Adventure Crusade is very good for this, because when you go out and have some adventures, you can start thinking how I'm going to tell about this, how I'm going to show this adventure, what I want to express. And that's when you start like getting the idea. When you say, in my video, I want to show why I started here, what I did, and how did finish. So that's when you start like the script in your mind.
Just a couple of things about creativity and storytelling. One is Nelson's completely correct. No one lacks creativity. Many people say they do, but actually, we do creative things every single day. Whenever you try things that you haven't tried, decide to do something differently, the human mind creates often. But if you have a narrative about yourself that, oh, I'm not creative, and you probably think of that as maybe, doing some kind of art or music or whatever, that's just a narrative. But in fact, you come up with ideas all the time, and your mind creates ideas all the time. Like when you go for a walk and ideas pop into your mind, that's coming from your subconscious, your creative subconscious. And by design, it's highly creative, because what it does is just puts different ideas it has experienced recently together in interesting ways. That's what it does. So anyone can be creative. So the first point is just to stop telling yourself you're not creative and start trying things and feel free to experiment. And the storytelling, that's really important, because that's how we understand information. So if you're making a video, for example, think of your audience and think, well, how will they understand this video? So every story needs a character, or more than one character maybe, and you've got to think about what your audience knows about the character and what will actually draw them in, capture their attention. So, how will I tell the story? What's the start and what's the end point that we're trying to get to that's interesting, and how will I translate that journey? So you're thinking about how that character is viewed as a story by your audience, instead of thinking about what did I do, how am I going to make this video. And story is essentially the way that we understand the world and ourselves. So again, you have all these skills to tell stories because you have told stories to yourself about yourself your whole entire life, and it's also how you've interpreted the world, and it's also how you think of all your relationships. They're all stories. So it's your mindset about your abilities and creativity and storytelling is really important. And if you just realize that you've been doing these things your whole entire life, then you can actually tune into how you do it, because everyone does it a little bit differently, and then just apply it to whatever you're doing, such as making a video.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. And yes, and I know there are crusades that will help with this, could help with that part of getting the creativity flowing. what you say, Rosie, you can write creatively. Yes, that's the thing. Then don't think that you're starting with the video. Just write the story. Write the story you want to tell, and then you can make a video about that. But yeah, yes, as Brendan said, we are always telling stories, so we can do it. Then yeah, it's just find a way to come up with the story, and then the video will just adapt to that story that you're telling.
Yeah, actually, good video is a lot to do with, and good storytelling in the video is a lot to do with scripting. And so, actually, writing the story is a great place to start. Write the story, and when you write stories, you tend to imagine the characters, imagine the feelings, imagine the scene. Just make notes on what you're imagining so that you can easily translate the story into visual elements when you're creating the video. Because if you write the story first, then you already know what you're trying to create visually from what you imagine as you write.
And about this, I will, yes, when you have this story, you can not even to the video. The beginning, and where are those videos? The first one that I had here, I only had photos, but I wanted to tell a story with that photos, and then I wanted to create the video using those photos. It wasn't like a very complete video, but I started doing that. I had the photo. I wanted to do something with that. Then I started adding things. And what I don't have is this the no, I don't have the original photo here. But yes, I wanted the story to be about a group of people from vVv who were together in the dinner. So the original photo was completely different. So I started changing the colors and everything. But then yes, everything starts with the story, with the what I want to tell, what I want to show to the people. So yes, that's the beginning, and yep, at the end you have something you want to show. You have the complete. uh, yeah, it was a video, so I started adding sound and effects, but that was at the end. So the beginning was just I have some photos and I have a story, something that I want to show. This was the final version. So what is? Yes, we were there, four guys. We went on a meeting. We were from different countries. Each that was a coincidence, but okay, we four people from four different countries, and we joined together to have a dinner, and we were talking about vVv. So yes, initially, yeah, just start with the story. That's the first step. Okay, this is all I have for you today. Thanks everyone for being here. And as I always say, please start creating those videos. Please put them out in the wild, and please tag me. I would love to see what you're doing, guys. Thanks for being here. Yep.
Thanks for your time, brother. Great session.
Thank you. Thank you. You like it, and yeah, let me see what you're doing. Thank you, and have a good fucking day, everyone.